And welcome live inside 302 Sports here for the championship presentation of the Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup here live on the campus of St. Elizabeth High School in Wilmington, Delaware. That's right, it's championship time. Nick and AJ, we're courtside. Jason's to my left. Mike and Nick are here also. And we have a nice crowd here for, again, a championship ball game between Centerville High School and Lehigh High School as well. Long Island Lutheran, to be specific. And now we're going through starting lineups right now. We'll get you the starters for Centerville. Number 3, Amy Velasco. Number 2, Emma Stanley. Number 10, Emma Stanley. Number 23, Cody McMahon. 24, Kendall George. And 25, Grace Stoller. And now moving on over to Long Island Lutheran. And now I'll bring in my broadcast partner for this upcoming championship matchup, AJ. AJ, we've seen some great basketball here, and this one might be the best out of all the games we've seen.
That's right. Some key players to note on both sides for Lehigh is definitely number 1, Paris Clark. She definitely made an impact yesterday. She's a 5'10 guard and just a sophomore, so a lot of promise out there for her. And also her teammate, number 25, Smickle, also just a sophomore, and she's listed as 6 foot flat and plays both guard and forward. Both physical, both have a great shot. And on the other side for Centerville, definitely Cody McMahon, number 23, 5'11", sophomore, and definitely one of the most physical players in this tournament. Will get in a little foul trouble perhaps, but she definitely has a lot to offer to this team.
And now we'll take a short break here as we pause for the national anthem. Championship basketball is coming up next. Alrighty, here we go. Now just a few movements away from championship basketball here, the Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup. 2 out-of-state teams here coming into the state of Delaware and taking part in this 2019 Diamond State Classic. Again, as we wind up the 2019 year, as we head into 2020 and one of the premier tournaments here on the East Coast. And you see both teams now set to take the floor. And again, both teams can score, both teams can play defense, and now both teams are going to battle it out for a championship. Trying to get you the starters now for Lehigh High School, Long Island Lutheran. They're the Crusaders. They're in the white uniforms with the red lettering and numbers. The Elks from Centerville, they're in the black unis, gold lettering and gold numbers, as you see it on your screen.
Right off the bat, expect a lot of ball movement and not a lot of mistakes. Both teams very disciplined in what they do and score in very impressive fashions.
And we are underway. Right off the bat, tip goes out of bounds and will head the way of Centerville. So they'll start out with it here. 8 minutes on the clock, quarter number 1. Also got to make sure we have some of these numbers here right on our program. And there's the girl you talked about at the top of the hour, Paris Clark, number 1, someone to watch out for, but it's going to be someone else trying to get things started here for Centerville. How about that number 21?
Right. Jamie Behar, she's got that three-point shot, and it is electric. That's a good sign for this Lehigh team. If she's on, it is very, very fun to watch.
Getting it started early now. You see some of this good ball movement out of Lehigh School, something you also touched on off the air. Spin move inside. That shot won't fall for number 23, Katie McMahon. Same spot, wants another 3. Same result. There she is again, AJ. 6 right off the bat.
That's right. Having a fast start to this game. 2 for 2 from 3, and that is not easy to do against this contested Centerville defense.
Try to get it down low in the post. Stolen right away by number 24 in transition.
Sydney Rosenoff. That's right. She'll take 2 at the line right here. Very physical. And I think a good call by the Centerville defense by fouling early.
So she'll head to the free throw line. First free throw is up and good. You talked about it also. You told me this is my first time seeing these two teams play in front of me, but they both can score. And a quick start, up 7-0 here. And that free throw, 1 of 2 from the line for here, so 7-0 under 7 minutes.
Yeah, I'll tell you another person to watch on this Centerville team is number 3, Amy Velasco. Not player of the game yesterday, but player of the game 2 days ago, and she's got a shot as well.
On cue, she takes a deep 3 shot, just misses. Skying for the rebound is number 25. And now trying to go back to work on the offensive end. Somehow that pass went through the defender, but there's your reason why, traveling. And now 6:31, first turnover for the Crusaders. And now ball back in the hands of Amy Velasco, the junior 5'7" guard. Looking to get the offense started for the Elks here, who remain shut out through the first 2 minutes of quarter number 1. Drive here. This floater's up and off the glass. What touch there. Emma Stanley gets it to go.
Yeah, it seems like she went under all 3 defenders that was in that post right there. Very impressive.
Cross-court pass over to number 1. It's Paris Clark. Tries to feed the post. She finds her teammate number 33 wide open. Simona Bisakit gets an easy 2 in the paint.
That's right. As we've seen early, the ball movement is precise and not a lot of turnovers. It seems like an NFL quarterback out here throwing the ball.
That shot no good. Rebound back to the Crusaders. Here they come the other way, up by 7. And again, there's Sydney Rosenoff for Centerville. Kick back up top now to Behar. She had the hot hand early in this one and now foul on the floor. And a special thanks to all our out-of-state viewers here, getting a good look at Lehigh School and Centerville, again battling it out for the championship, the Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup, live here on 302 Sports. The Crusaders, they'll inbound under the basket, just gets it in time, avoided that 5-second call, and then quickly stolen away.
And who else but Amy Velasco doing it on both sides of the court so far.
Now she's going to pass it, look for to get it back, but then stolen quickly. Now it's Paris the other way for the Crusaders, an easy 2 in transition for her. Paris Clark. Now the Elks, before you can blink, get it down the other end. The baseline jumper is no good, though, for Katie McMahon.
Both teams playing hard in transition so far, and who else but Paris Clark on another 2 points in transition, and they are off to a hot 13-2 start.
They lost track of her. She flashed baseline, finishes for 2 under the basket. Good look by her teammate there, and Paris Clark got 2 of the last few buckets here for the Crusaders. You said it, AJ. They're up 13-2 with 5 minutes. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. Coach Rich Slater and Lou High School, they want to, and Adam Pfeiffer in that Centerville, they want to talk it over. And again, this game is for your championship of maybe the most prestigious bracket here at the Diamond State Classic. So many talented teams in the Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup. And now here we are, the cream of the crop.
Here we go, freshman Kendall George on the inbound. Very crucial part of this team. Although she is young, she will be here for a long time. And growing this experience right now will prove to be very beneficial for the future.
Absolutely, especially playing in a tournament like this here just as a young freshman. And already in the championship, even go action for the Elks here on offense. Couldn't handle the pass, was McMahon, and now it's quickly stolen. Crusaders going to work it. Behar wants another three. She's 2 for 2. That one's short off the front end of the rim.
Yeah, and this Centerville team, more of an interior scoring team, but as we said, Lehigh very disciplined inside. Maybe might need to change game plan a little with early turnover so far.
Yeah, just 2 points so far on the board for the Elks. Coming off a big-time performance yesterday. Again, just struggling here to find a rhythm. Early offensively, 13-2, halfway through quarter number 1. Flash to the high post. Velasco gets it back, wants a three, and there she is, knocks it down.
Contested shot with Paris Clark in her face, too. Very impressive.
Big-time shot for the Elks, but don't blink because the Crusaders wanted to score in transition. Shots no good the other way for Sydney Rosenoff, and then the Elks get a rebound and then a foul in the backcourt. So the Elks get a bucket here, then get the ball back, and now some substitutions. In comes Kenzie Smith for the Elks. Taking a seat, Grace Staller and Kendall George. Baseline jump shot, had some room there. Shot couldn't fall for Kenzie Smith, freshly off the bench, and now it's the Crusaders. Spin move in the paint, and the left-hand layup. Good touch inside. Simona Bisacate. There you go. A little help out there, and she gets another 2. That gives her 4.
Yeah, impressive 6'2" build. Complements an interior shot very well. And who else was that?
That's your girl, Amy Velasco again. Another 3-ball, and AJ, these shots aren't just going in. She's nothing but net from beyond the arc early.
And not like they're open either. And now here she is with the steal.
Nice bounce pass to McMahon in transition. Can she finish? No, shot just won't fall. And 15-8 here, still a 7-point lead to the Crusaders as we hit the 3-minute mark. Velasco jumps in, steals that pass out of the paint. Crosses over and she'll take it. Looks up ahead to her teammate. Kenzie Smith wants an open 3. Her shot short.
Yeah, McMahon early on in this going, not having a couple shots that fall, but as the game progresses and she gets a little more comfortable, especially her defensive attributes giving to her confidence, she'll be right back in this thing.
Just a 7-point ball game, 2:30 to play. Kick to the corner. I believe that's a Behar 3. It's long off the back end of the rim. Kenzie Smith skies for the rebound.
And here we go. Velasco, another one, but cannot fall this time.
And had the hot hand, that one just missing. Now it's Paris the other way. She wants a 3. She'll launch it. Rebound is almost hauled in by Behar. It looked like went over the back of Velasco. No call, but still winds up in the hands of the Elks.
I like that call. Let the girls play. It's a physical sport. It happens sometimes. And even though she fell and it looked like an over the back, I think she just lost her balance.
Good call, especially at a championship game like this one. Definitely something you want to do. And again, basketball, it's a contact sport, not a collision sport like football, but is indeed a contact sport. And now under 2 minutes, 15-8, as the score kind of cooling off for both teams here. As I say that, it's going to be a 3 launch from the outside. No good. And I believe that was Smickle, number 25 on the miss.
And in the early going for Lehigh, especially yesterday, not so much today, they did a good job utilizing a lot of plays and also executing. So in the late going, if the game gets close, expect them to go to that.
Velasco sees an opening, tried to split the defenders. Paris got a hand on it. Now she's taking it the other way for the Crusaders. Euro step inside. Good defense, but a foul called on number 42, Gabby Rittinger. And now Paris Clark going to head to the free throw line.
As we said earlier, Clark, an excellent shooter and an even better free throw shooter. One girl that you do not want to get to this line, I'll tell you.
And her first free throw is up and good, right on cue. 1 for 1 from the line for Paris Clark. 5'10", sophomore guard. As you touched on at the beginning of the broadcast, that shot in and out, but skying for the offensive rebound is number 10, Madeline Diabati.
She misses it, but Clark comes in for another offensive rebound, takes her points.
Crashing the boards there are the Crusaders. It works out for 2 more points, and now they're looking at a double-digit lead with 1:08 to play in the quarter number 1. They try to bounce the ball down low in the post, but no one there. Turnover for the Elks.
As we said, going interior again is going to be really hard for Centerville, but I like them keeping it honest. Last couple of possessions, they have gone outside with Amy Velasco, and just trying to get a multi-dimensional feel for this game.
Good view and find in there. Rosenoff hits her teammate down low. I believe it was Visakity again for 2 more. And they're scoring in the paint as well. Kick out. This is going to be a deep 3 balls long off the mark for the Elks. And now the Crusaders with a 12-point lead have it with 40 seconds. Smickle gets in the paint, takes some contact. Shot won't fall. Gets her own rebound, however. Stuck in the paint looking to kick it out. Nice crossover on the baseline. But an extra step in there for Madela Diabati. And turnover.
That's right. Let's see what Visakate can facilitate with this offense. Maybe run a little play or two and get some good ball movement going.
So 18 seconds on the clock in quarter number 1. Looks as if the Elks are going to hold for the last shot.
That's right. With McMahon out right now, as you see her coming back into the game, there is no inside presence. But this Centerville team is explosive and has a lot of weapons.
George driving baseline, looking to get it back to Velasco as the buzzer sounds. Paris comes up with the steal, and that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Crusaders, they come out hot. They lead the Elks 20-8. Second quarter action coming to you live after the break on 302 Sports.
It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union. Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local...
Welcome back live, 302 Sports. Here bringing you the championship of the Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup here between 2 out-of-state teams. One making their ways from New York, the Lehigh Long Island Lutheran High School Crusaders, and then Centerville High School and the Elks, also out of state.
Yeah, in Ohio. Both teams made a big trip to come here.
Midwest versus the East Coast here in the championship game. 8 minutes to go as we start quarter number 2 and a big 12-point lead the way of the Crusaders. Shot the ball very well in the first quarter. And we'll have another whistle here on the floor.
That's right. Lehigh very wisely double-teaming McMahon down there in the post. Let's see if they can find and expose the open offensive weapon.
Now some more substitutions coming for the Elks. Velasco set to inbound for him under their own basket. Down by 12, and what an inbound it was. There she is. Cody McMahon gets her first 2 of the afternoon.
That's right. This Centerville team is very deep, but on the contrary side, Lehigh does not do much substituting at all.
A nice cut to the basket there. Unable to finish, though, was Diabati. Good look over the top by Paris Angel, and now McMahon has it for the Elks. On the other side, Velasco resets up top, feeds the high post, too hard of a pass, ricochets off her teammate, and now it's Paris Clark the other way. And again, you don't want to have her in transition, another easy finish.
That's right, 2-on-1, and she still made it look easy.
Very easy. Under 7 minutes, 12-point lead, largest lead so far for the Crusaders. Kicks will be a jump shot from the foul line.
That's right, time. It looked like her hand was hit or something.
Gabby Rittinger, it looks like she'll head to the free throw line now. Foul goes against Sydney Rosenoff. And now 2 free throws coming for the Elks.
That's right, this is a good way for them to chip away and get back in this thing.
Yeah, the Elks struggling offensively here struggled offensively in quarter number 1, just opening up things here in quarter number 2 and able to knock down the first free throw.
Both teams surprisingly good, have only 1 senior for Lehigh and only 3 for Centerville High School.
1 of 2 from the line for Rittinger. Cuts the lead to 11 with 6:43.
That's right, Paris Clark navigating traffic down there. She's the offensive quarterback for this team, doing everything. Basketball IQ is very high.
Von Essen will hand off now to Paris Clark, and again, very composed game out of her so far. Kick to the corner. Behar thought about a three. She'll drive baseline, avoid the defender inside. Shots off the mark.
Yeah, she came off to a really hot start. Centerville's done a good job containing her thus far after that.
Velasco gets rid of it to McMahon, who had some space to dribble ahead, some space in front of her, and she floats in a floater for two.
That's right. She is not afraid to be physical down that post.
Saw an opening and took it, laid it in. 22-13 now as Von Essen showing off the handles here, top of the key. She'll call out the play. Paris Clark goes around the back, gets in the paint, splits the defenders, left hand off the glass and good. Count it, and the foul. Paris Clark continues to make it look easy here.
With this three-point play, that could bring them up to a very astonishing 12-point lead.
Already early in quarter number two, and again, this one is for all the marbles. Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup Championship here between Centerville and Long Island Lutheran. And Paris Clark easily completes the three-point play. I don't even know if she's broken a sweat here through the first half, up by 12.
She's done everything. Got a couple rebounds, both defensive and offensive. Steals on a fast break, and here she is in transition.
What a one-hand
pass.
pass. You said it right on cue again. Finds Smickle in transition. How about a one-hand dime pass up ahead for an easy two?
That's right. That put her in all four categories right there with that assist.
Still don't see any sweat on her forehead. 5:21 to play, 27-13. Elks trying to climb back in this one. Still a lot of time here in quarter number two. They get it to McMahon down low. She has it stripped, and now Smickle takes it away.
Yeah, if she stays out of foul trouble, she'll only be sitting about a minute or two out of this game.
Von Essen, step back, jump shot doesn't go. McMahon hauls in the rebound, quickly up ahead to Rittinger, who couldn't handle it. Then McMahon gets it back. She couldn't handle it, and out of bounds it goes.
There we go. It looks like the Centerville team is a bit jittery. Off to a rough start, but hey, they'll bounce back. They always have.
And now under the 5-minute mark, quarter number two. Still a double-digit, largest lead of the afternoon, 27-13 as it stands for Long Island Lutheran. Nice Von Essen pass over the top, finds her partner, Kayleen Smickle, again on the cut. She's doing a great job slashing down those lanes.
That's right. You don't see that much in high school basketball nowadays. That was a little fade pass. That did not connect, or that did connect.
Velasco feeling the pressure now. She tries a deep, deep three in response. It sails out of bounds, 29-13. Crusaders get it back, 4:34. All things clicking for the Crusaders here in the championship game in the half number one. Nice over-the-top pass by Paris Clark to Smickle, who continues to own the paint down there.
As we talked about, that little fade pass has been working like a charm for this Lehigh team. Not many teams can utilize that well or even execute that.
They've been throwing some great passes here. And this first half, free throws is good for Smickle. And just like that, they've got 30, not even halfway through quarter number two. Second free throw won't go, so 1 of 2 from the line for Smickle.
Here we go, McMahon getting very physical. And looks like she picked up a foul.
I believe it'll go against Medila Diabati. The junior in the backcourt got a hand on McMahon.
Or correction, yeah, drew the foul. On the contrary, McMahon on the other side has a very high basketball IQ as well.
4th team foul
you see
against
her
the Crusaders.
That's right. You see her at the top of the key, and you saw her down at the post. Freak athlete. She can do it both.
Good inside-out ball movement. It's going to lead to a George three, and she knocks it down. Kendall George, just a freshman, answers with a tray ball of her own. 30-16, big shot there, trying to get him back. Smickle wants to quickly answer, long off the back end of the rim.
Yeah, that was very deep. That seemed like a little NBA range right there.
Velasco in transition three, buries it. Back-to-back 3 balls for the Elks as they try to get back in this one as we wind down quarter number two.
You see how she didn't panic? It kind of resembled a little Marcus Page-esque on UNC.
You a Tar Heel fan?
Yep, go
ahead.
Yeah,
who would have brought out Marcus Page right there? Well, I don't want to tell you this right now as Smickle gets the ball in the paint, stolen, and now the Elks have forced another turnover. I was at the 2017 National Championship game when Villanova hit the three to beat North Carolina.
After Marcus Payton made that.
Right in front of me. That's where I was sitting. Kendall George has it now, top of the key.
Wow.
Kicks it over the corner to Velasco. She's the shooter and scorer for the Elks. And again, they'll just work it around the perimeter. Bounce pass down low. Kick back up top to George. One more to Velasco. She's got space. Three is up and long. Rebound, Paris Clark.
Even though no points came from that Centerville possession, they're finally figuring out this Lehigh team a little bit, and their ball movement is working right now, minimizing the turnovers.
Got a hand in there. That time was Emma Stanley on Von Essen as she drove the lane. Crowd doesn't like the call. They'll get her for a reach-in.
Yeah, especially after these refs have let the girls play a very physical game. It's got to go both ways. I don't agree with that call either, but nevertheless, Lehigh ball.
2:43 to go here in half number one. Now just an 11-point lead for the Crusaders from Long Island Lutheran. And now they'll inbound under their own basket quickly into Paris Clark, who sets it back up top to Visakity. Rosenoff will drive. Nobody steps in front of her, and then an offensive foul. Good way to get your feet down there was Emma Stanley. They just called her for the reach. This time, she draws the foul herself.
There we go. Talk about a bounce-back player right there.
So another turnover forced by the Elks, and they get the ball back and a chance to keep cutting into this lead on a little run of their own.
That's right. They've cut it back to 11 points, and they're looking to do some more damage right here.
High post kick out, Kendall George, another open three. This one just missing. Would have been a big shot. Good inside-out ball movement. You touched on it, though, by the Elks, and now the Crusaders looking to score down their side of the floor. Nice dribble drive, and easy, too, for Diabate, I believe, with the left hand. And now here's McMahon. She'll drive. Kick back up top to Stanley. Stanley's three balls up and good. This team now, they can shoot beyond the arc a little bit.
As I talked about, that double team on McMahon, it creates some open lanes for her teammates. And even though she didn't get the points, it allows her teammates to get the easy bucket for her.
Yeah, nice pass by McMahon. Stanley capitalized on it. Now it's going to be a three for Visakity in the corner. No good. Rebound, Kendall George. And then she's hammered from behind by Smickle, who unintentionally might have ran into her. Either way, she gets the foul in the backcourt. So now, again, just a 10-point ball game, 1:36 to play. Now here for the Elks, they could cut it back to single digits.
That's right, and Kendall George at the top of your screen, as we said, she earned her minutes yesterday as Coach liked the way she played, getting a lot more minutes here in a big-time game, and she's capitalizing.
Elks just trying to find their way to shoot around this Centerville zone, Lehigh zone. McMahon kicks it back top of the key. Good ball movement here again, but an extra step this time by the freshman, Kendall George.
Yeah, that zone defense for Lehigh is working very well, and it seems like they're primarily a zone team, so they have got it down to a T.
They wanted to make the Elks shoot the basketball. It was working very well until a few minutes ago, and the Elks started knocking down some of these jump shots. Either way, the Crusaders still up double digits. They're up by 10. Ball in the hands of their playmaker, Paris Clark. Over to Smickle now with a minute. She'll spin inside. Good footwork, but maybe too good as it's illegal. Extra step travel.
Yeah, it looked like she might have unintentionally moved her pivot foot right there and was guilty as charged.
So the Elks do get a chance to make it single digits once again as they pick up the ball to Velasco, 58 and ticking. Trying to get that bounce pass to the high post. It's going to be a kickball violation. Will stay with the Elks.
That's right. I think Velasco did that intentionally. A very, very smart play of her. Saw the defense set, but her offense not. So reset the clock for her, and with 50 seconds left, they could do some damage.
2-3 zone in place again for Lehigh. Tries to flash it up top. There's Paris Clark with a steal. One-on-one the other way, and this time misses in transition with the left hand just a little bit too strong. Visakity's there for the rebound. Behar wants a three, and she cans it. She drilled too early, then knocks down this one as we wind down the first half.
Yeah, she's been very patient. When she gets the ball, she's not open, not forcing any shots, which is very good for this team.
Tries to bounce pass to the high post again. Unable to handle it was Stanley, and now Paris Clark comes out with it up ahead to Behar. Mid-range jump shot is up, in and out. Rebound, though, goes to Smickle. Power dribble inside, turnaround, hook shot, no good. Velasco hauls in the rebound as she gets hit from behind and then stolen back by Smickle. Behar, corner, three. She can shoot, and she does it again. the buzzer. Not even mind on the clock as the buzzer sounds. That shot splashed through the net, 4-3. Another Jamie Behar 3. She has a stellar first half, her fourth 3 of that first half, and a 38-22 lead for the Crusaders. We're going to take a break here. When we come back, second half action of the Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup Championship. Right now, Long Island Lutheran, they lead Centerville 38-22.
www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy. Come on in. Premier is a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations near you in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Every patient receives personal attention with an individualized model of clinical excellence and care. Our goal is to get you back to your favorite activities. From injuries due to work and automobile accidents to post-surgical care to sports injuries and more, Premier offers direct access to our physical therapists, allowing you to schedule your appointment quickly and easily, even without a prescription. Find our convenient locations at www.premierptsp.com. Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. You may have tried physical therapy, but have you tried Premier? Welcome to
Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job. Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job. Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job. Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job. Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit briansloans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroup.re.com.
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley: cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus: wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that.
And welcome back live inside 302 Sports. Here we go, second half action, just 10 seconds away. First State Orthopedic Specialist Cup Championship game featuring two out-of-state teams, one from Ohio and one from New York. And here they are in Wilmington, Delaware, battling out for the championship. Buzzer sounds, both teams back on the floor. And AJ, a very interesting first half with the Crusaders. They played pretty lights out.
That's right. You can't cover two tools like Paris Clark and Behar with the way they have been playing and expect to win. This will be a tough task to overcome a 16-point deficit, but Centerville is one of the best teams in this tournament, and if anyone's capable of it, it is them.
Centerville, they're going to stick to that woman-to-woman defense here out of the locker room. Down by 16, and here we go. It's Von Essen who'll put the ball on the floor, dribble drive, back out top to Paris Clark. And what a first half for her.
That's right, and her counterpart on that matchup, Amy Vlasco.
There's Behar, wants to add to her score till that shot long.
Yeah, as I was saying, Vlasco on the other end of that matchup, she has been a point racker for Centerville as well. Both players of that matchup producing right now.
Lutheran, they'll stick in their zone defense. McMahon got the ball in the paint, and she gets two, something they've been looking for throughout this one. Finally get it there.
That's right. McMahon said, "Don't reach, Paris Clark. Don't reach," and made her pay.
14 now is the lead. Smickle will cross over. Kick to the outside. Von Essen shake and shoot. That three's up long. McMahon battling for the rebound. Behar somehow winds up with it. And then there's Clark. Tries to scoop it in, but they're going to get her with the hook. I believe she hooked around as she drove. So offensive foul call. You don't see too often the old hook there on the offense.
And she cannot believe it. Look at her. You can see the reaction, but nonetheless, she is unfazed, and she keeps her cool as well as anyone, and she'll move on from this one.
Now it's Vlasco down by 14. A couple three balls for her in the first half. She's been their primary ball handler, obviously controlling the tempo. And now we'll see if the Elks can crawl back in it. Baseline back out top. That's Kendall George. Now Vlasco.
That's right. You see Paris Clark reading the eyes of the player instead of reading the ball itself. And that's uncommon conventional defense right there, and it's working for her.
George wants a three. It's a tough contested one. No good rebound to Visakity. And again, that zone continues to give the Elks fits. Lofted up ahead to Smickle. Couldn't run it down, so they'll turn it over.
And an uncharacteristic turnover. And Centerville's got to capitalize on this one. Got to get back in this game.
2 minutes into quarter number 3. Vlasco top of the key again, trying to find an opening in that zone defense of the Crusaders. Unable to do it through the first half. Again, they get it to McMahon inside. That time just missing in the paint.
That was a good look right there, and usually Centerville's bread and butter. Hopefully they can get something like that going again.
Von Essen scoop layup. No good, and then up ahead is a wide open number 10 for the Elks. Emma Stanley lays it in for two. You talked about her as well. Give her two more. And yeah,
that's right.
The Elks calling back in it.
McMahon did not panic with a 3-on-1 defense trying to get trapped against the line. She just stayed unfazed, and that allowed her teammate to be wide open for the assist.
Again, something you also touched about was Katie McMahon, inside and outside basketball. She is a post player, but she can come out on the perimeter and make some plays. She did it there, this time being a passer in transition. Found her teammate Emma Stanley up ahead for two, and now the lead just to 12, 5 minutes and 30 seconds in quarter number 3 here at the Diamond State Classic. And again, this is a championship game, a lot on the line here. And I go a special shout out to all our viewers that are viewing this game from out of state, all of our fans in Ohio and New York that are cheering on your respective teams here. Both teams out of the huddle. So Behar will inbound to Rosenoff, and she'll bring the ball up here. Paris Clark will work off the ball as they begin this offensive set.
And a little different look for Lehigh, as they have a lot of different looks to keep the defense off balance. And excited to see them watch them play with all these different looks.
We'll see what Paris Clark does with it up top, being very patient with it as they have been. Dribble drive to the corner. Smickle has space for a three, and she knocked it down. Nothing but net for Kayleen Smickle in the corner.
That's right. All these different looks is like a NFL defense and the different blitz packages. When you don't know what's coming, it's hard to defend.
They've been hitting from everywhere here are the Crusaders, and this one bounce pass off the foot of Behar will keep it here with the Elks. 4:50 to play in quarter number 3.
Velasco coming inbound.
Had 5 seconds. She gets it into Kendall George, and she hits a three. Missed her first of the second half, but adds on to her score total with another 3 ball. I believe it's her second or third of the afternoon, but a big one there.
Yeah, coming in big-time situations late in the first half. She nailed some.
Now they're going to feed Visakity down low. Good post move with a little fake jab step inside. Spin move out off the glass for 2.
That's right, Visakate, their big man in there, and despite her frame being a little undersized, she can do it inside and with no problem.
Kendall George couldn't handle that pass. Another turnover for the Elks. And now a 14-point lead and the ball for the Crusaders from Lehigh. Drive and kick to the corner. Visakity decided to pass on the 3 ball. Her hook shot in the lane wouldn't go.
That's some lockdown defense right there.
And they'll tie it up, it looks like, and it'll go with the Elks after the jump ball. Arrow points that way. And so 14-point, that's the lead for Lehigh here with 4 minutes and ticking in the third quarter.
That's a smart Centerville play right there, knowing that getting inside this Lehigh team is very good interior. So getting that jump ball will prove to not put them on the board.
So we'll see again if the Elks can figure out a way to attack this Crusader zone offensively. They've been able to knock down a few jump shots from beyond the arc, which has really helped them out, crawl back into it as that ball's tipped by Rosenoff, regathered by Velasco. Grace Stoller now. Bounce pass to the high post. Velasco, good defense by this Crusader team. This is going to be a 3 for George. Not afraid to shoot it. McMahon's there on the offensive glass, and she puts it back in.
That's right. That was a physical board right there.
And now just a 12-point game, AJ, 3:26 to go. And if you're a fan of the Crusaders, you might think they'd be up a little bit more right now, but somehow the Elks are staying in it. Again, a very competitive championship matchup here. Double-digit lead, still the way of the Crusaders. A lot of basketball left to play. 3:26 here in the third quarter. Again, now we're starting to see the Elks maybe get a few baskets here. Cody McMahon starting to make her presence felt here in the third quarter.
Yeah, she's able to knock down those easy shots and get a couple of offensive rebounds. Centerville will have a lot more options out there down the post.
Both teams head back onto the floor as we see the Archmere Hawks in front of us heading down to their locker room as they getting ready for their championship game a little bit later on. Also being brought to you live here on 302 Sports. Here's the drive from Rosenoff as she has contact down the lane. And now she'll head to the free throw line for a pair. While we have a moment here, special thanks to our sponsors, Delaware Orthopedic Specialists, First State Orthopedics, the IAABO Board 11, Newcastle Insurance, State of Delaware, ATI Physical Therapy, National Education, as that free throw drops for Rosenoff, Faulkner Foundation, and Shooting Santas. All this could not be possible here at the Diamond State Classic if it wasn't for our sponsors. Again, a special thanks to all of you. And now 3:12 to play here in the third quarter. 14-point lead as the Elks try to get it. Kendall George not afraid to let it fly. That 3 also couldn't fall for, but there's McMahon. Baseline jumper on the putback is just misses again. Tough break down this side of the floor.
That's a tough break right there. It looked like it went in and out, but again, that's McMahon's game. When her shots falling like that, very tough Centerville team to beat.
And who else but now Smickle. She's been physical and getting buckets herself in this ball game. She continues to have a great game for Lehigh. 2 more for her, 47-31 now the lead at 16. Cross court to George. She's got space. Let it fly again, and this time it's nothing but net.
That's right. Her shot's on right now, and even when she's missing, it's just by a hair feeding her. She's stepping up.
They get it down low in the paint to Visakity. Her turnaround baby hook no good. Paris Clark underneath the guard up amongst the trees down low on her putback. 15 points the lead now. Velasco just going to pull up, launch a 3, and knock it down. Emma Velasco.
Velasco said, "It's my turn, Kendall."
Let's see, she's been a little bit absent the last couple of minutes or the third quarter. Makes it felt there. Knocks down a 3. Clark's got space. She wants to answer. Her 3's no good. McMahon gets the rebound, and quickly here she goes. No hesitation. Couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, in transition, McMahon is a very aware player.
And then easily down the other end as Smickle runs it down and finds, I believe it was Behar who adds on to her. Somebody to keep an eye on as she continues to climb up her score totals.
That's right. Starting off the game with a couple of 3-pointers, she can do it all.
Paris Clark jumps in front of that passing lane, takes it away, and then leads to a foul call on the Elks after the possession by the Crusaders. So 51-37, a minute 30, and a foul on the floor. It'll go against Emma Stanley, her 3rd. And now ball brought up by Sydney Rosenoff, the junior.
Ooh.
Player took a spill there. Smickle tried to haul in the pass in the post, loses it, and now Valesco takes it away.
Maybe it was used as sort of a distraction.
Kick out to Kendall George, who drains another 3. She's hot.
That's right, and it's that same spot every time.
11 points now, just a deficit for the Elks. They're trying to fight their way back. Every time it seems they get this close, the Crusaders take it away. But that Kendall George 3 brings them within 11, a minute 05 to play in the third quarter. And now they're going to have to look to get a few stops on the defensive end here if they want to get even closer.
That's right, and as I said before, Kendall has been earning her playing time. As coach liked the way she played yesterday, and she will continue to stay in this game with the performance like that one.
And again, Kendall George, the freshman, 5'9" freshman guard. And she does not look like a freshman here at the Diamond State Classic, especially in this ball game, knocking down more than a few tray balls for the Elks.
That's right. The composure gives the illusion that she's been here before.
And again, we talked about this also off the air. When they're playing a tough zone, if you're the Crusaders, you're going to have to shoot your way out of it a little bit, something that the Elks struggled with in that first half. Led to them to go down with such a deficit. Now Kendall George and Velasco trying to shoot them back into it. Again, that Crusader zone defense, though, has caused the Elks some fits here, but only 11 points. The deficit, still a lot of basketball to play, and we'll see how both teams come out of the timeout.
That's right. Going into the half and even after the third quarter, the deficit was as big as close to 20, and now it looks like a very manageable game with 1:05 left in this third quarter.
Quinn Watercutter enters the game for the Elks.
Knowing Lehigh, they will have a way to respond to this, being an experienced team.
Diabati back in the game for the Crusaders. She has a baseline, kicks back up top, and now Velasco going to step out on Rosenoff. Rosenoff kicks to Smickle. Smickle's had a hot hand as well here in this one. Diabati will cross over, get in the paint, kick to the corner. Behar thought about a 3, or excuse me, Rosenoff. And again, just good defense by the Elks. Visakity takes a deep step in the paint. Long layup won't fall.
Yeah, Visakata, usually such a big impact yesterday and been quieted by the Centerville team today.
Way to stop in the air that time from McMahon, and then they're going to get her for over the back on the offensive rebound attempt. So it'll go the other way. McMahon, though, you talked about her physicality, was just going for that rebound there, and they got her for over the back.
That's right, raw athlete right there. It looked like both players fell to the floor right there, going after the ball. I thought it was pretty legal, but nonetheless, Lehigh with ball.
And now it'll have it for most likely the last shot of the third quarter, up by 11. Rosenoff has it up top with 10 seconds. She'll cross over, get in the paint, going to take it herself. Her left hand layup goes. 4 seconds now for the Elks. 3 for Emma Velasco to work with. She'll get to half court. Somehow got a jump shot off and almost got it to go. Unable to do so, though. And after 3 quarters of play, it's a 13-point lead, 53-40 for the Crusaders of Long Island Lutheran High School over Centerville in the championship. We'll be right back. 4th quarter of the championship game right next on 302 Sports.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
15% to say knee shot.
302 Sports. We're back. 4th quarter action live from the campus of St. Elizabeth's in Wilmington, Delaware. Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup. You just witnessed the game before. 3rd place finish up with Conrad and St. Basil.
That's right.
And then now the championship game underway. 4th quarter, just 1 quarter of play left. It's Centerville and Long Island Lutheran battling it out here for all the marbles. 53-40 the way of the Crusaders here. 1 quarter of play to go.
That's right, and as we said before, Centerville inched their way back in this game in the 3rd quarter with compliments to Kendall George's 3-point ball 4 times.
That time, Behar got in the paint, laid it up and in, but she got called for the charge. So other way for the Elks, 53-40, and a turnover and a good stop for Centerville to start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, that's big time. That's a big time foul pickup right there for the Centerville team, understanding the situation of the game and knowing they need everything to get back in this.
Good defense there down low by Simona Visakari, as you talked about earlier. She's played a pretty good game, maybe not all over the score sheet, but a big presence down low for the Crusaders. That time playing great defense against Cody McMahon and then drawing the foul after the miss.
That's right.
In comes Coach John Kaleja.
After an impressive win over, as we just said, St. Basil.
Catching some more basketball here at St. E's. Paris Clark will spin inside and extra step. So back-to-back turnovers for the Crusaders to begin quarter number 4.
That's right, and see Kendall George at the top of your screen right there in her same magic spot. Maybe not right now because Luhai knows it's coming, but she will get her shot soon.
You see them looking for it, trying to find her open in this zone. They get it to the high post. Rittinger, she'll get in the paint. Left-hand layup, too strong, fighting for the offensive rebound, then blocked down low by who else but Visakari. And then the ball stays down this end with the Elks as it sails out of bounds.
That's right. Sydney Rosenoff of Luhai is doing a good job keeping her body right on George, making sure she goes nowhere.
And you know, Coach Rich Slater, he was saying don't give her any space. She has some on this one. 3 is up and no good. Behar gets the rebound. Rosenoff speeds down the other side of the court, clicks over to Paris Clark, back up top to Behar. She's hot open. 3 is good.
There we go, right back in this. Luhai scoring their first points in a while. Let's see how Centerville responds.
56-40, 14 points. Again, the zone giving the Elks fits. And Velasco does it herself there, splits the defenders up and in off the glass with the left hand.
What a finish. She saw a lane and went after it.
Going to need some more of those here with 6 minutes to play in quarter number 4, and then they get a steal.
That's right.
Velasco.
These plays are coming in bunches for Velasco.
George wants a 3. This one long. Velasco hustles down the board. Reels it out, gets in the paint, takes the contact, floats it up and in. No foul, but the bucket goes anyway.
That's right. I thought that was a foul on that play, but hey, she got the bucket as we were talking about, coming in bunches.
12 points to lead once again. 5:45 to play. Elks looking for another stop. The Crusaders have had almost a double-digit lead throughout this ball game. They try to force it down low. Good defense to front the pass was Emma Velasco, and she knocks it out of bounds.
That's right. As we were talking about that touch, that little fade pass, That is why it is not utilized by high school offenses that often. Easy to get tipped out, but Lehigh maintains possession.
Now being inbound on their own basket. Rosenoff inbounds to Clark, who quickly gets it back to Rosenoff, who's trapped in the corner. She'll spin move, go baseline, kicks to the other corner. Behar, three is up, long. Rebound is Katie McMahon. And here she goes like a track meet. She'll get it and put it on the floor. Pull up jump shot in the paint is no good. Stolen from behind and then saved by the Elks.
Amazing play. Kendall George coming in and no good.
Her left-hand layup wouldn't fall. Now a tie-up under the basket. The arrow will keep it down here with the Elks.
As a matter of fact, I thought that might have been a travel right there. She moved her pivot foot about 3 times. But I guess referees were focused more on the ball rather than her feet.
So the Elks have a chance to score again on this possession. 56-44, and before we can even get it out, Paris Clark steals the ball. Up ahead to Smickle, who runs it down. And now looking for Vizakity, who's trying to find her positioning down low in the post. Good defense underneath by Emma Velasco, the guard, to keep her out of there.
Yeah, it looks like Lehigh is drawing up a play right here with 4:45 left and an 11-point lead. They got it, or 12-point lead, correct?
And the bank is open late on a Monday. Paris Clark knocks in the three from beyond the arc off the glass. How about that one? A big shot, and now the lead back to 15 with just 4:30 to play.
That's right. I was just about to talk about how they got to make sure they take care of the ball, but that works too. Extending the lead.
They'll take a three for sure. 59-44. 4:19, and now this Crusader zone defense starting to tee off here. McMahon looking for an opening. Spin move, jump shot in the lane is too strong. Vizakity pulls down the rebound. Almost pulled away there, however, by Kenzie Smith, but unable to do so.
That's right. There's no quit in this Centerville team, and you see McMahon go up for the very physical block.
Now some subs for both teams as we hit the 4-minute mark. Still a 15-point lead in favor of the Crusaders, who are looking to cash in on becoming their Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup champions here at the Diamond State Classic. Don't want to take that trip with nothing else in mind. And on the inbound, Paris Clark can't get it to fall. Rebound right there by number 25, Grace Stoller, and now a foul.
And here we go, Grace Stoller, one of these few seniors on the court right now, trying to make her senior presence felt. Maybe some experience will be crucial in this situation.
They tried to get it over to Kendall George. The ball was tipped by the Crusaders, and then she couldn't hang on to it as it hit her finger as it sailed out of bounds. And now back to the Crusaders we go. 3:50 to play. They're holding on to a 15-point lead. And like you mentioned, now to just be careful with the basketball, and they can kind of run this one out here.
That's right.
Paris Clark in the paint, off the glass, no good. Vizakity offensive rebound attempt. They'll count it and the foul. The Elks, they're looking for the over-the-back call. Not going to get it this time, and one.
Yeah, Coach Pfeiffer cannot believe it. Look at his expression on the sideline. Both hands up, still asking for an explanation.
Yeah, tough call. Nonetheless, it'll be Vizakity at the free throw line. 3:40 to play and a chance to cash in on a three-point play. Actually hauled in the offensive rebound.
That's right. With 3:40 in the fourth quarter, every point matters, and these calls are very crucial coming down the stretch.
And now the free throw, though, no good, and then a foul by Paris Clark out on the perimeter as Kendall George tried to drive baseline.
That's right, and now frustrations for both teams growing as little small fouls are getting called.
Now Velasco has to get it in, tries to throw it through the legs of Diabate, and Diabate picks it right away. Now Rosenoff going to pull up, jump shot in transition, it's short.
Yeah, you saw Velasco, it seemed like targeting the feet, and she's gotten a lot of kick ball up, going the other way.
They stole it right back. Smickle tried to finish the layup. No good, ball out of bounds, so we'll stay down this side with the Crusaders with 3:20 to go.
Yeah, as I was saying with Amy Velasco, it seemed like she was throwing it at the feet of her defender, as she's done often in this game, just trying to get a kickball foul and regroup for her team.
Give and go, Vizakity to Rosenoff, pass to Vizakity, and very easy too in the paint. She's using her height down there. And now the lead's 19.
That's right. As we see today, there is no quit in this Lehigh team. Yesterday as well, when they had a commanding lead over Conrad, they did not quit in the end stretch of the game.
Good defense by that zone of the Crusaders. Leads to a Clark layup in transition. Won't fall, but another second chance opportunity for them. Sets up Rosenoff for a deep three. No good. McMahon going up for the rebound. And this time they'll get, I believe, Paris Clark with a loose ball foul. She went for the rebound.
That's right. And the name we haven't called often in the second half is Jamie Behar, one who nailed a couple up. Speaking of Jamie Behar, here she comes back in this game. Nailed a couple three-pointers in the early going that led to this momentous lead.
Speaking of Jamie Behar, you're looking at this up and down this roster for Long Island Lutheran as that ball stolen by the Crusaders again. Rosenoff has space in transition, but what a block there by Velasco. Got her with the body, so a foul call going up on that one. But to go back to Jamie Behar, number 21, a great game for her. I believe she has 4 or 5 three balls in this contest. 6'2" senior, and AJ, if you look up and down that roster for the Crusaders, she's the only senior on the roster.
That's right, as we were saying, very young team.
So now it'll be Rosenoff at the free throw line with 2:37 to go, and AJ, we're going to have to pick our Bryan Loans player of the ball game here shortly. It looks as if though the Crusaders are going to be able to hold on to this one. Still 2.5 minutes to play. Who are you thinking?
I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of good candidates on this team with everyone. Lehigh doing a good job spreading the ball around. There's Kendall George with another three-pointer in that corner. But it could come down to the wire.
So 2:28 clock stopped after the Kendall George three ball. 65-47 is the score. 18-point lead for the Crusaders of Long Island. Lutheran making the trip down from New York. Again, we talked to them before, at the end of the last broadcast, and their buddy Emily, who is up in the hospital right now, I believe, watching this basketball game. So 2.5 minutes again. We'll kind of figure this one out, but the Crusaders are in the driver's seat with 2.5 minutes. And AJ, we're going to have to crown our player of the game. We'll do that in a little while.
Yeah, with 2:28 left in the game, there is still time to come back, although it is, as we said, almost impossible to come back after this one.
They're going to need some more Kendall George threes, that's for sure. The freshman knocked down a handful of them here today.
That's
Unfortunately, the Crusaders were hot from every aspect of their game here in this one. And then championship game, just 2.5 minutes still to go in this one. Rosenoff speeds down the court, tipped behind by McMahon. And it'll stay with the Crusaders.
Did you say Bowling Green University?
And interesting to note, Velasco, one of these team leaders for this Centerville team, only a junior, but she will be going to Bowling Green University, not on the court right now, in a crucial time.
Yeah, it looks as if the Crusaders are going to be able to just take this one away. There's Vasakini again in the paint. Baby hook shot. Sky hook on the move with 2 minutes to go, and now the lead's at 20. What a performance by the Crusaders. Kendall George, another. This one short. Rebound skied for by Cody McMahon, and she gets fouled going up for the rebound, so we'll stay down this end of the floor.
And some substitutions being made for Lehigh. Trying to get some new players involved. Of course, all of them talented.
Yeah, and overall, just the bracket itself, such a very talented bracket. The Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup, some of these teams, St. Elizabeth's from here in Delaware, Seminaire St. Francis from obviously a team we got a chance to see from further away internationally, Conrad, who we know, Centerville.
Yeah, not to mention Red Bank, as we said, a team similar to Lehigh skill set, which they played on the first day of the tournament, had a lot of talent, and Justine Passat, Eggenschweiler, Stanford, Carmen, but all tools.
And a lot of people said that might have been the game of the tournament with Red Bank a few days ago. Now 20-point game with 1.5 minutes to play. And again, congratulations to both of these teams who made the trip to the Diamond State Classic. Kendall George, she's going to leave with a hot hand. She's got 5 or 6 three balls here in this contest. She continues to shoot the lights out for the Elks. 1:17 though to go. 17-point lead still the way of the Crusaders. And AJ, Brian Loans, player of the game. Who we got for this one?
I think our Brian Loans player of the game is undoubtedly Jamie Behar. She got the Lehigh team off to a quick start coming out of the first half, nailing the first 3 3-pointers for this Lehigh team, and not to mention coming out of halftime when momentum started going Centerville's way, and they looked like they were going to inch back into it with an 11-point deficit. She nailed another one right when it mattered.
Some big-time threes from the 6'2 senior. Something we talked about is the youth of some of the Crusader Ball Club. Again, one of the few seniors on the roster, and she made her presence felt in this one. One of the leaders on and off the floor, and she did it, scoring the basketball here for them today. AJ touched on it. Some big-time buckets when they needed them, and they were able to ride her on this 17-point lead as it stands right now, but going to ride it to a first Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup championship as it looks in front of us.
That's right. Now let's see what Lehigh plans to do with 1:17 left in this game. And they're storming down the court, wasting no time.
Press break for them. Von Essen able to get it past half court, and now they'll dribble it up top with 1:08 to play. It's Von Essen. And again, congratulations to Long Island Lutheran as they get a travel call that time. But led by head coach Rich Slater, assistants Christina Rady, Carrie Connolly, Taylor Byrne, and Darius Falk. They're in the Independent Conference, and they're going to do the Independent Conference proud by bringing back a championship from the state of Delaware.
That's right. Both of these teams in this Diamond State tournament have exemplified what great women's basketball looks like, and they've both done a good job keeping the sport clean and playing physical games.
Watercutter's long miss on the three leads to another transition attempt for the Crusaders. Foul going up that time was number 23.
Talk about a disciplined game this far. As seen in our other games with a lot of fouls, and the game has ultimately come down to the line. Both teams have done good not going to the line.
Free throw no good that time. Still now just 40 seconds to play. In one of our two final matchups here from the Diamond State Classic, and what has been a very eventful weekend. As Mike and Jay could tell you, they've been here for every minute of it. A special thanks to them for all their hard work here for 302 Sports.
That's
and
right.
Now, 33 to go. Another three, long off the mark for the Elks. Rebound, Watercutter will kick it back up top. It's going to be a deep two for the Elks. This one the way of Ashley Baylor. That one no good. And now with 18 seconds, ball back in the hands of the Crusaders as they're going to look to hold on and bring home the Delaware Orthopedics Specialist Cup title. And again, we'll look to get our Brian Loans player of the game, Jamie Behar, the senior, over here to chat with us in a little while. And congratulations, there you have it. Your Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup champions are your Long Island Lutheran High School Crusaders, led by head coach Rich Slater. What a performance, Emily, if you're watching. They looked really good out there today. Hope you're feeling great. And a big-time championship for the Crusaders of Lehigh.
That's right. There's a big team right there with great coaching.
And again, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be joined by Jamie Behar, Brian Loans player of the game, right after the break.
If you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit briansloans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit briansloans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit briansloans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership. Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit briansloans.com.
Welcome back live into 302 Sports. Nick Alessandrini now the luxury of being joined from our Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup champions, the Long Island Lutheran High School Crusaders. And now I'm joined by our Brian Loans player of the game, number 21, and senior Jamie Behar. Jamie, just to get things started here, we know you're here with a special buddy, Emily, who has been kind of with you guys recently. Just kind of walk us through that whole thing and how that's been with you being in the state of Delaware with your buddy, Emily.
It's been a really eye-opening experience. It's really nice to see an organization like this come out and show their support and really bring light to the program. And it was great being able to talk to Emily. She's a really sweet kid. She wasn't able to be here with us today, but we were able to FaceTime her. And she's just, stuff like that, it's so much greater than basketball, so it's really nice to see stuff like that.
Absolutely. And Emily, if you're watching, again, congratulations. They just took home the championship. And now, Jamie, I'm going to ask you, I asked you before we went on air if this was right. I'm looking down at the roster. You're the only senior on the roster here. You guys come down to Delaware, win a championship. How is it to be the only senior on a team like that and to be the leader here and still have so much success?
It definitely makes me want to be the best leader I can and be a role model for them. But at the same time, even though they're all younger than me, I learn so much from them every day in practice, just playing against kids who are so talented. So it's really nice being the only senior, but I still learn just as much from them as they learn from me, and I'm just really happy to be a part of this team. And
now to talk more about the game that you guys just got finished up with. You guys are crowned champions. You got things started early with a couple nice 3 balls early. You were feeling it in the first quarter. What was going for you here tonight?
I think it was just mainly we wanted to play for Emily. Our head coach wasn't here, so we're really big on a family here, and I just knew that I needed to step up for everyone that couldn't be here and just for my team.
Absolutely. And now just overall here, as we wrap up, you guys came here, played a few games of the Diamond State Classic. Just talk a little bit about your experience and how it was to play in a tournament like the Diamond State Classic here and just how everything went overall this weekend.
It was really great. We played against 3 really good teams, and we were able to really show that we're also a really great team and we could play with a bunch of teams around the country. And it was just a nice experience, like I said, with the B+ program, just being able to do something bigger than basketball.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jamie. Any shout-outs you want to give to any people you got watching back home before we let you go?
To my sister, my dad, hi, and just anyone that's going through anything like Emily, we're all here for you, and it's really just a great cause that Delaware is doing here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jamie, our player of the game, Long Island Lutheran. They're your Delaware Orthopedic Specialist Cup champions. Jamie Behar, the senior, congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Our Brian Loans player of the game. We're going to take another short break. We're going to stay now live on the air for our trophy presentation, but you heard it. That's what the Diamond State Classic is all about. Such for a great cause. Emily, if you're watching, great performance by the Crusaders. They were doing it for you, and they brought home a championship. So a special congratulations to the Long Island Lutheran High School Crusaders and a big-time win for Jamie Behar and company here at the Diamond State Classic. And now we're going to pause here for our trophy presentation led by John Gretchen.
Delawareans live better lives. So that's fantastic. So thank you again. Congratulations to all the teams. And then we're going to move on to
I see, yeah, it's an idea. It's like a pretty thing.
We're going to start out with the team awards, and runner-up is Centerville, Ohio. And now the champion, Long Island Lutheran. Now I'd like to have Coach Christina Brady come out and introduce her team. Each player will get a championship award. And before I hand this over to Christina, I'd like to give a shout out to head coach Rick Slater, who couldn't make it this weekend. And we'll make sure he gets one too.
First up, we have Sydney Rosemont. Chardonnay Hartley. Felix Michael. Paris Clark.
Do you think Angie is going to want a game off?
Anaya Jackson.
You know, I thought it's either,
Simone
is Nick leaving? No, but Nick A said over.
Bella Zugoni.
I was thinking about calling the game with you or how about if AJ learns how to works with Nick in production, commercials and scoreboards and stuff. That means game and then Nick calling it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And you think he'll be okay with that, Al?
Olivia
AJ?
Mayer.
Yeah, come on. He's done all 5 games he hasn't he? What?
Penelope Pando. Maddie Diabate. Jamie Baylor. And our manager, Hillary Edwards. Our assistant, Taylor Burns. And Carrie Connolly.
Of course, Christina.
That's cool that she's talking about.
Our team trainer, Lane Burns.
That's what Nick just said. They usually should be fixing this. So they have the teams over there. I guess that's why they did that one. Unless they moved it to the wall. That make that that way, then we can see it.
This being our top cup, this cup has an all tournament team. Some of these have been awarded earlier as teams in grade. All right, from Seminary St. Francois for Quebec City, Canada, we have Open Road Chatilla. From St. Elizabeth's High School, Olivia Lynn. From Roland Park, we have Murray Clean.
You're gonna produce this game? Yeah, I'll do whatever.
From Redbank, we have Christine Bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done it in a while.
Danae Carter. Conrad, Stephanie Clay. From Long Island Lutheran, Paris Park.
Which is very low. I've never seen something like that. It's cool for turning on your stuff.
From Centerville, number 23, Cody McMahon. One of the awards that were awarded earlier is the Team Sportsmanship Award. We looked at all 20 teams and we decided which one deserves this. This is the John King Award. John refereed with us for 44 years and he is proud to give this award. He awarded it earlier to Seminar St. Francois.
They're not here though, right?
At each cup, we're honored to have Joe McDonough give out the Andrew McDonough Award.
Thank you, John. And before I present the award, I just want to thank Long Island Lutheran and Centerville High School for such a great job embracing Aaron Striggle and Emily Higgins, your Be Positive heroes. Thank you very much. The world of a child with cancer is such that Emily is not here because last night she ended up in the emergency room at Icon Hospital. She's battling the flu in addition to her cancer battle. So please keep all of our Be Positive heroes in your prayers. And it's a real honor for me to present an award in honor of my son. And each coach nominates a player who represents the Be Positive spirit, the way my son lived his life, the way he played sports, and just an incredible kid on and off the court. So I have the opportunity to present first a finalist from Centerville High School, number 15, Megan Taylor. And the Andrew McDonough Concept Award presented to the player who demonstrates a positive attitude, has fun, and inspires her teammates on and off the court. From Long Island Lutheran, number 2, Penelope Panda.
And then finally,